You're listening to the Beats and Bars podcast hosted by BATTL Beats. This podcast is out there to shine a light on the most slept on and underrated rappers and producers.
It's battle, baby.
Alright, hey guys, what's up? It's BATTL Beats here with the Beats and Bars podcast. We are here today with a very special guest, Joey Nato. How's it going, bro?
Sir, what's going on? I'm doing good. Good. Just today did a video. Just had an omelet, so
Good
I can't ask for much more. It's a perfect day.
Good times. So for those who don't know Joey, most of you might do, he is a YouTuber with over 370,000 subscribers. He's an artist and a producer. He does some really cool reactions and overall just a great guy. He's got some brand new music out as well. Don't Get Involved featuring I'm Dante. Am I saying that right?
Yeah, I'm Dante. Yeah,
I'm Dante. I think it's just the British pronunciation. And he's also got another track out, which is really cool, called Genie, featuring Moxas. So go check it out. They are dope. And you've also just released an album with Crypt as well, When the Sky Turns Red, right?
Yeah, that was amazing. That album is still. I listened to it personally a little too much at one point. I had to stop for a while, but I just started again, and it was. Yeah, it was good.
I think my favorite track is Goat Cheese. I love that
Goat
track.
Cheese, okay.
Yeah.
Me and him did talk about doing a video for that, possibly.
Yeah.
But yeah.
And Triggered, I like that song as well because I remixed it. I like that.
Oh,
one.
you remixed Triggered?
Yeah. Have you not heard it? You have. You commented on the video. You just probably can't remember.
I did. Okay. Well, what did I say in the comment?
You said the beat complements my flow really good.
Okay.
Yeah, so
all right. I need to listen to it again.
I'll take that.
Yeah, no. If I commented something, that means I felt something about it. So
yeah, that's good.
So
what got you into music then in the first place? Because you've been going on YouTube for about 6 years, so that's quite a while. So when did you really get into it?
I mean, honestly, I've been on YouTube. But the first thing I ever posted on YouTube was probably 2010, 2011. So it has been a long time. I have a whole nother channel where I was posting on that I just kind of abandoned at one point to start this new one. But when it comes to music, it was really just my brother is who inspired me, because he used to always walk around in his school with a huge stack of raps, and he would just like pull them out and rap for people like on the spot in the hallways and in classrooms and stuff. And I found out about that, found out he was doing it. I was like, all right, let me try my hand at it. And like fifth grade or something like that. And then just started doing it. So got a computer eventually, started recording horrible music and and just writing a lot as much as possible. And I don't know, it just hasn't stopped since then. But yeah, I got to give pretty much most of the credit to my brother for inspiring me to do it.
Does he still do music today?
Yeah, he still works on music. I think it's more like a hobby for him.
Nice.
But yeah, he's always trying different things out. He's pretty experimental. So yeah.
So what was it that you'd say inspires you the most?
What inspired me the most now?
Just in general in music, like is there any particular artists or producers that that really inspire you and have helped you along your journey?
Oh well, yeah, hell yeah. There's been like Kanye West was definitely a big one, with his rapping and his producing. He's just very musical. I love his engineering style of his songs, like even the way he records his songs with just like a single track and never like dubs his vocals or anything like that. Like I kind of took that on a while ago. A lot of people do that now, but yeah, Just Blaze is probably my favorite producer of all time.
I do like Just Blaze. I subscribed to Slate Digital's All Access Pass, and he did like a masterclass. And like, I'm not gonna lie, there wasn't that much stuff that I learned because it was kind of pretty basic. But he just seemed like a pretty decent like guy, and like he just so chill, and his beats were they're just sick. Like
I met him actually in LA. Yeah, when I was working as a valet parker at a hotel. He has that distinct voice, like, yo, man, what's going on? Just Blaze. So I like heard him speaking. A red Jeep pulled up, and someone was getting out of the passenger seat, And I heard the voice. I was like, yo, this is just Blaze. And then he was walking by me. I was like, big fan, man. He was like, oh, man. He's like, thank you so much, yo. What's your name? I was like, that's usually what I learned that celebrities ask you when you say, like, you're a fan of them. They usually ask, what's your name? They want to
Nice.
know your name. I don't know if they'll remember, but yeah, I was like, yo, Joey. He was like, Justin. I was like, I know. And that was pretty much it. And then I had to keep
Nice.
working after that.
So
But he just seemed like a really genuine dude, man.
Yeah, he seems like a nice guy, and he just kept like dropping like Jay-Z like all the time. I was like, yeah, that's cool. Just to be able to name drop just some big guys.
Working with Jay-Z, that was like one of my favorite. Jay-Z is the one that made me want to like really take the music business serious. Like when it came to music business, him and probably Diddy. Not that Diddy is a great rapper or anything, but he's the one. Those are the ones that like really made me like be like, okay, there's a business behind this music stuff, and that's what I'm gonna follow after.
Yeah, nice. Is it just hip hop you're into? Or are you into other genres? Because I know you react to a lot of other style of stuff as well, or are you just kind of just a hip hop guy through and through?
No, definitely not. R&B, country music even. Like I love driving around listening to country music. I don't know why, but it's like just great driving music. The first type of music I really listened to is probably like classic rock because I was kind of following what my dad did for a while. I mean, I react to a lot of K-pop, and I think K-pop is definitely amazing, but I usually don't sit around and listen to it on my own time. But it is usually flawless music. Like if I really want to take my production and engineering to the next level, I'm definitely going to study more K-pop because there's no flaws in what they do. So
yeah, it's just gone crazy over the past like few years. It's mental.
Yeah.
Have you seen the whole blow up on Twitter with No Life Shaq?
With Eminem, the Eminem tweet. Yeah, I definitely saw that.
Just crazy. I was watching that video and I was like, I'm gonna ask Joey who he thinks the greatest of all time is.
Oh, boy. It's funny because I'm not really a Tupac fan, but when I see his catalog, I mean, personally for me, it's Jay-Z. Personally for me, it's Jay-Z.
Is that because of the East Coast sort of?
It might like being close to New York and like knowing that he was right there an hour and a half away from me and being able to accomplish what he accomplished is definitely pretty inspiring. I feel like skill-wise, it's probably Eminem, but then impact-wise is probably Tupac. Just because, and my brother was a huge fan of Tupac. I listened to most of Tupac. I listened to through him, but I never really got into his music. I'm not like the biggest fan of his style or anything like that. But if someone had a gun to my head, say one person who's the greatest of all time, I think I would say Tupac.
Yeah, it's because I think Eminem for me would probably be the GOAT because when I was growing up, you know, in the late 90s, you didn't really have anyone else except Eminem and 50 Cent that were coming over to England. So for me, 50 Cent and Eminem were the two like people that got me into rapping, and Eminem's music was just always always my favorite rapper. And I remember watching 8 Mile as a kid and just thinking this guy's like the coolest guy ever. He'd gone from like a trailer to just being just a massive star. And I just the scene where he's like freestyling at the end and he's destroying what's the guy, he plays Falcon in Avengers.
Wow, can't think of his name.
Forgotten his name. I was just like, yeah, Eminem's just the GOAT. So that's who I would choose, but yeah.
You know what's crazy? I've never seen 8 Mile beginning to end. No.
You should. You should watch it.
I've listened to the soundtrack so many times. The soundtrack was amazing. But I have not watched the entire movie. I've seen bits and pieces when it comes on TV here and there. I think when it came out, my parents wouldn't let me go see it at the movies because I was too young.
Yeah.
And I just never got around to sitting down and watching it. But I don't watch a lot of movies.
Yeah.
That's like a really thing about me. Like I don't really watch much movies at all. So
what about TV shows? Any Netflix stuff or anything like that?
You know, I never really watch Netflix stuff besides The Office, but I don't really consider that a Netflix show.
Is that the US Office or the English one? Because the English is the OG office, and then
Yeah. Oh yeah. I know. Much respect to the OG office. I definitely acknowledge that.
but no, the
But
American one's way better.
yeah, I haven't taken the time to watch the British one. I wanted to, but uh, but yeah, the Castlevania is something that I might start watching. It's like an anime that's on there now. And I don't really
Right.
watch anime besides Dragon Ball Z,
Mm.
but I don't know. That just caught my interest the other day. And then TV shows for me, it's Family Guy is the big one. That
Hmm.
is the huge one. And Practical Jokers. And then, I mean, in terms of other TV, it would be sports,
Yeah.
just football and
I've
basketball.
never really liked soccer, or what we'd say is football, but I remember when I don't know what grade it is, but in year 7 in England, it's when you first go to like high school, so you're about 11, 12.
Hmm.
Me and my friends, we actually just started playing basketball randomly. I don't know why. And all of a sudden, we just got obsessed with basketball. And it was the time when
It's amazing.
one of my friend, he supported the Celtics. So I was
Okay.
like, well, they're doing pretty well at the moment. Screw you, I'm going to support the Lakers because Kobe Bryant's the best player ever.
Uh-huh.
So I'm just a diehard Lakers fan now. I have been for like the past, I don't know, 15 years.
Wow.
And I had the drought, I had the drought where maybe I
Yeah.
didn't watch as much. But
Yeah.
when we drafted Lonzo Ball back in the day, I was like, right, I'm going to get back into it because, he could be good. He might be the future. And then he ends up getting traded when LeBron comes. But
Yep.
yeah, we used
At
to,
least you got LeBron.
yeah,
You're happy about that, right?
yeah. The great thing is, he may win another championship. He may not win another championship.
Uh-huh.
But for him, he has to. But for me, I don't think he does because I think he's earned the respect of being a great player. I don't think he's ever going to be the GOAT, but I think he's just a fantastic player that no one will ever compare to being exactly like them. Do you know what I mean? Like Michael Jordan's one
Yeah.
thing, and Kobe Bryant's like a mini Jordan. But LeBron,
Yeah.
yeah, Magic Johnson, but he's kind of one of a kind. And there's
Well, I think LeBron could get in that conversation of being like the great. Well, he's already in the conversation.
yeah,
Let me
yeah,
not disrespect him here,
he's
but I
easily
think having
second.
more rings is gonna really hang over his head.
Mm,
Is having only 3 rings is really gonna be like that's yeah. He's got to win another one at least. I feel
yeah.
like.
I mean, what year is he in? Is he in year 17 and he's still going
I
strong? So he,
think so. Yeah, it doesn't look like he's slowing down anytime soon.
nah,
He's
so
still
he,
dunking on people and
yeah,
stuff. So it's like crazy.
he's got 3 more to get to be the same league as Jordan. But even if he got 2 more, I think that might be, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know.
Are people like really in tune with like the NBA over there?
Not really. It's like one of those
No.
things. It's one of those things where like people say, "Oh, what football team do you support?" I mean, in soccer, and I'm like, "Oh, I don't." And they're like, "Oh, well, what sport are you into?" I'm like, "Oh, basketball." And they're like, "Oh, sick." And then that's like the end of the conversation. Do you know where it's like, "All right,
Mm,
now we're going to talk about something else." But sometimes
mm.
when you find someone, it's like, "Oh, yeah, I'm really into basketball." And they're like, "Oh, sick, me too. What team do you support?" I'm like, "Oh, this, that, that, that." And then it's cool, but I'm kind of a nerd about it, so sometimes they never go into the same level of like nerdiness about it as I do. So
Yeah.
yeah, I have to talk to my American friends about basketball. Really,
Yeah. Hey man, I could talk about basketball all day, and I
yeah,
really wish it was still on, but they definitely did the right move by
it'll be on soon.
shutting it down for a little
Have you
while.
heard
Yeah.
about Kyrie deciding not to play?
No, but that seems like a very Kyrie-esque
Yeah,
thing to do.
he decided not to play because he believes the Black Lives Matter movement's more important than playing
Oh,
basketball.
that's why. Oh, wow.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Okay.
So it's a real big deal at the moment online.
Wow. Nah, I've kind of abandoned it, every basketball thing, NBA thing. I don't know.
Yeah, yeah.
I haven't been on social media too much
Mhm.
because of just trying to stay focused, trying to stay
Yeah.
positive. So, but
Nice.
yeah, Kyrie was my favorite player for a little while, but Damian Lillard took his place. But
Did he?
yeah,
Why do you like? Is that because he's a rapper as well?
it might have something to do with it, but I just like his I don't know. He plays like he has a chip on his shoulder all the time, and he
Mm.
does clearly have a chip on his shoulder, and he's not respected well in the league. He's not. No one ever mentions him as like a top point guard and like stuff
Mm.
like that. Like so, it's I don't know. I
Would
like
you,
the
would you
dog in him.
would you say he's better than Steph?
No,
No. I think he's like. I think Steph's really good, but I think like it was. What was it? The playoffs a couple of years ago when like Dame just shined, and like I was like, this guy's just a beast. But
Yeah.
I think Steph's good, but I think Dame is like just behind him. I don't think there's any
Yeah, I
other
don't think
people.
Dame has hit his peak yet. I think Steph has hit his peak. I don't think Dame
Hmm.
has. So it's
Do you
like,
think he'll stay in Portland?
yeah, I think Damian Lillard's a Portland. I think he's gonna stay there for a long
I
time.
just don't think he's going to win there.
He's a pretty loyal guy. He like always screams loyalty at the top of his lungs. So I just
Hmm.
think he's gonna stick around unless they trade him.
Yeah,
So
that does happen. A lot of players realize they get traded without knowing, like Blake Griffin.
yeah. I hope a lot of your fans are watching this, man, are
Yeah.
NBA fans. Hope they're not
Well,
this.
well, I've just looked at my questions and I thought, well, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to bring it back
Okay.
smoothly, and we're gonna get back into you and music and all that good stuff.
Yeah.
So, if you went to a school reunion, say tomorrow, and you saw 14-year-old Joey, what would the one piece of advice you'd give him be?
Wow. It's the honest truth is I think I could be a lot farther than I am now if I was not so wrapped up in girls in
Mm-hmm.
high school and through like the beginning of college, like getting mixed up in that so much. But those experiences did like play a lot of parts into like songwriting and stuff now.
Experiences.
Yeah, but I don't know. I guess, but then again, I could have met even more girls if I was like taking the music more serious
True.
at the
True.
time. So I guess it would just be don't get caught up in the girls. I know it's tempting and stuff like that, but you have a talent in front of you that not a
Mm-hmm.
lot of people have or are lucky enough to have. So embrace it and go hard with this stuff
Mm-hmm.
because you could be something great.
Yeah.
Um, And since it's me going back in time and telling my 14-year-old self, I'll be like, you should listen to me too, because
Mm. Yeah.
I'm the one I'm you. Okay. I'm from
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
future. So listen to me because I know you're stubborn. So
Mm.
listen to me when I'm
Mm.
telling you this.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's good. Hey,
That's
that's good.
exactly what I would tell him. Probably slap him in the face too to let him know I'm serious.
Yeah, I remember one of the times when I never particularly had like a proper full on girlfriend, but I was always kind of like seeing someone, but we never made it
Yeah.
official because like I didn't really want to. I was trying to just be a bit of a player and it didn't work.
Yeah.
Um,
I know that.
now I'm happy and I'm married and been married 3 years. Got married at 23, so it's young, but I'm glad I
Yeah.
did because now I don't have to like stress about finding someone and settling down and shit. But
Yeah. It's so much better.
yeah.
It's so much better.
Are
So
you a single guy or have you got someone?
no, I have a fiance. So
Nice,
we were supposed to get
congratulations.
thank you, thank you. We were supposed to get married in September, but with everything going on,
Hmm.
with the pandemic, we just were able to move it to next year. Same date, basically, next year.
Nice. My
So
my day job is I'm an events manager for a catering firm, and I run, you know, dozens of weddings every year.
yeah.
So we've been hit hard. So good thing is been able to go hard on music and this podcast and my beats and stuff like that. But the bad thing is my boss is like had loads of weddings cancelled and we've not had any events for the past 13 weeks, and we don't know when we're gonna have them again because the laws are super strict at the moment in England about no one can meet larger than 6 people. So it's like we don't have any
Oh
idea when.
wow.
Yeah, we don't know when
Jeez.
weddings and people being able to go to the pub or whatever. Those things are just a long way away. Good
Yeah, you
news
guys
is,
have a really strict quarantine. It's probably for the best long term.
mm,
But we've
definitely.
eased up restrictions over here, and I don't agree with it at all. I agree with businesses being open,
Hmm.
but yeah, I don't really want like a lot of people or be around a lot of people right now or anything like that.
Yeah,
So
I hear a lot of producers on the internet like posting memes about how like quarantine life before quarantine is just a producer at his desk, and then it's life during quarantine, producer at his
same,
desk.
yeah,
Is that what it was? That's pretty much
yeah,
what it's like for me as well.
I would say that's pretty accurate. The only difference is I was traveling a lot more.
Mm-hmm.
But when I'm home, but most of the time though, I'm here at this very desk
Mm-hmm.
working on something. So
Nice.
yeah, it's pretty much been an opportunity, to be completely honest.
Mm-hmm.
Um, there's just like always the thing in the back of my head, like worrying about family members and stuff like that,
Mm-hmm.
making sure they're
Yeah, yeah.
staying safe and stuff. But yeah, it's pretty much the same lifestyle, just not as much travel, which I love to
Mm-hmm.
do. So
Have you
that's
done
the only
many?
downside.
Have you done many live shows?
No, I haven't done well, not since the whole new branding has come about the past few years. Like
Mm-hmm.
before that, like 2011 to 2017, whatever it was, I was doing a lot of like local shows and stuff, just doing showcases,
Mm-hmm.
open mics, um, just stuff like that, contest shows. But I really just don't think that I'm at a point yet where I could really fill up a venue to the point
Mm-hmm.
where I would want to do a show.
Yeah,
So it's I'm kind of holding off on that. I think it's
yeah,
better right now to just grind on the internet and
yeah.
build up the fan base more.
I think it's good. When did you see like the peak of your growth, and when did you really find your lane when making sort of content, music on YouTube, and all that stuff?
To be honest, as soon as I did the music producer react series, it
Mm-hmm.
almost instantly started taking off. Um, I did one, and I have a mentor who does vocal coach reacts videos, and
Mm-hmm.
he's just been and we went to the same high school together, so he's been a fan of my music, and he's always been trying to help me find ways to get my music out there more,
Mm-hmm.
specifically through YouTube, because he's been on the YouTube wave a while.
Mm-hmm.
And he was just telling me like, yo, you should do music producer reacts videos where you like explain what you hear, because a lot of people don't hear the same thing that you do, and
Mm-hmm.
people would be interested in it. And then I made one, and then he shared it right away, which I wasn't expecting. And that helped just bring in some people watching that. And then I just started doing more and more music producer reacts,
Mm-hmm.
and it just started to really explode. I don't know. It was, but I think what's important is I kept the pedal to the metal. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like I kept doing it consistently,
Mm-hmm.
multiple videos a week. Was trying to do one every day. Um, and then I started branching out more. When things really got crazy is when I started getting into the YouTube rap scene.
Mm-hmm.
And that's when people stopped just watching me and started actually following me and
Mm.
becoming like fans of what I was doing and stuff like that.
Nice. Well,
Yeah.
that is what I was going to ask you next. Is what's your sort of opinion and perspective on the YouTube rap scene?
I think it has it's hard to say, because I'm curious how long this type of thing has been going on for. Like I'm not really too informed on the history of YouTube rap. Like so like 5 years ago or so. Like how long have you been on YouTube for?
Well, I've been making Battle Beats YouTube videos probably for about, I don't know, 15 months, not long.
Oh, not long. Okay,
No,
okay.
not long. But so people name drop people all the time, and I'm like, never heard of them. Because
Gotcha.
I'm quite new to the, bit of my background. I did, hip hop was always there, but I was in bands and I did a lot of um, electro, indie rock kind of, stuff with synths and guitars and things, and kind of just
Gotcha.
moved my own way into hip hop, making beats and things. So I'm quite new to the hip hop rap scene.
Okay.
But I think, yeah.
And same. Like 2018. I think Randolph is one of the first. I'm pretty sure Quadeca was the first person
Mm-hmm.
that I reacted to in the YouTube rap scene. But I think Randolph was one of the first. And I still remember the video where I'm reacting to his song Man Child. And he starts rapping in the video, and I'm sitting there and I'm like, wait, I paused the video. I'm like, wait, this is good. I'm like, this is good. This is actually good. Like I was
Mm-hmm.
shocked that somebody on YouTube was making a good rap song.
Mm-hmm.
So that just goes to show what my mindset was before I got into this rap music scene. And the same thing when I was doing the YouTube cypher with Crypt and all those people, the first YouTube cypher volume 1. I was like, yo, people like know like in my hometown how good I am at rap and stuff like that. Like that I'm just easily gonna be like the best one up here. So let me just do my thing, my verse, and then leave. And then I listen to the cypher when it comes out, and I'm like, yo, like all this talent has been on this platform this whole time. Like, what the hell is going on right now? And I was like mind blown. So I got humbled really quick by the YouTube rap scene. The one thing that I think will help it excel is a couple things actually. A couple things will help it really excel is professionalism on the platform, like how people present themselves and brand themselves. Like people really need to look at what the big artists are doing, like mainstream artists, and do that in terms of like their image, how their social profiles look, how they're promoting their music. All those type of things are very important. And then also marketing to people outside of YouTube. We need to do more marketing of our music to an audience outside of YouTube, because right now there's a ceiling with the YouTube rap. I feel like you could get all the YouTube fans, but that still won't be like big like a mainstream artist. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It needs to be more females listening to our music too, because it seems like a very male dominant audience and demographic.
Yeah, I've been in a lot of premieres of just, you know, underground YouTube rappers, and it's like the only guys commenting are literally those that are other YouTube rappers or, you know, small independent promoters and things like that. And it's a real shame because, you know, don't get me wrong, there's some underground guys that got a lot of work to do, and that's fine, that's their journey. But there's some guys that, you know, they're just amazing, and they're just sick, and they're, you know, if they could just, like you said, get the branding right, market themselves a little bit better, be a bit more professional, you know, they could actually go somewhere. You know,
Absolutely.
I've seen a lot of beefs happen with underground people, and it's just like, well, what's the point having beef? Because we're all in the same boat. We're all trying to make it with music. So why, you know, stop being so what's the word? It's what's the word? Like the opposite of like proud. Stop being so proud that you can't, you know, accept criticism or whatever.
Like
and
pride? No,
yeah,
not prideful. Stop being so. I get what you're trying to say.
yeah.
I get what you're trying to say.
Stop. Basically, just stop being such a, you know, princess and get on with it.
Gotcha.
Yeah, I remember when you know, some of my first beats, and there's a underground rapper called Legend. He's really good, one of the best freestylers I've seen, and he was like, I was sending him beats, and he was like, I like it, man, but maybe just like work on you know, your drum patterns and things like that. And I was like, all right, cool. First of all, I was like, this guy's no idea, you know, I put all my heart and soul into this music, it's, you know. But he's like, I think, you know, you could work on your, you know, your drums. And I was like, all right, cool, man, no worries. Started, you know, mixing it up, changing it up, and sending him. So he's like, oh man, this, you know, this is sick. And then just from there, you know, I just think my beats just got way better in a short space of time because I just put the grind in just to really get better.
And you listened when someone critiqued you know the difference. And I have the same exact reaction you have, and I get mad at myself for having this reaction. Like when somebody leaves a comment on a video of a song that I did or a music video, they're like, you're good, but or people say meh because this is when people give like constructive feedback or criticism, the first natural reaction for me is to get defensive. I'm like, man, you don't really know, or you're just saying that, or you just don't want to admit that I'm good or something like that. But then it usually takes like 10 seconds or so for me to be like, you know what? No, this person legit took time out of their day to give me some constructive criticism. Let me get off my high horse and just listen to what they're saying and really look at it from their perspective and try to get better from this.
Yeah.
So, and I think that's, I think I've seen a lot more of the acceptance of that in this community, I'll say, of people receiving, they're not hate comments, they're critical comments. You know what I mean? If you can't take critics or criticism at this level, stay at this level for the rest of your career, because you won't be able to handle what's to come next.
Exactly.
Because there's people out there that still say Eminem suck, that say Drake suck, and obviously that's not the case. So
yeah,
or it might be the case in that person's eyes and their perspective. You know what I mean? So, but
yeah. What was it like when you first got the, you know, the DM or the call from Crypt? Is like, yo, man, YouTube Cypher, I want you to produce it. What was that like? Did you guys know each other before, or?
He originally hit me up for a beat actually. And it was we were working on a song. That was the first thing. The first thing is we were working on a song together. So, and that took a little while um to get finished. But so we already had like a little bit of a conversation going on a little bit. Um but when he asked me to produce the cipher, I think it was just I just kind of realized pretty quickly how big of an opportunity it was. Because he told me how many rappers were gonna be on there. I don't even think he called it a cipher at the time. He was just like, I want to do a rap song with like 10 different rappers or something like
Mm-hmm.
that. And I don't know. I didn't really have much time to react. It kind of just he said what it was, and I knew I wanted to impress him with my work speed, like give him that impression, like I work really fast. So if you
Mm-hmm.
ever want to work again, this is the speed I work at. This is what you could expect.
Yeah.
That first impression was really important to me. So luckily, I sent him a beat because he described what he wanted. I sent it to him, and I hit it out the ballpark the first time. And he was like,
Good.
"This is exactly what I was looking for."
I love
And
that feeling.
he thought I read his mind.
Yeah. I
Yeah,
love that
so
feeling when someone says, "Yeah, I want something like this and like this and like this," and then you're like, "Right, okay, process it," and then you just make it, and then you send it to them. And like, "Oh, this is exactly what I needed."
yeah,
And,
that feels good.
and
That feels
sometimes
good.
in the back of your mind, you're like, "I like the snare. Maybe I should have done this."
Yeah, oh yeah, yeah.
And they're
But if
like,
they like it,
"Well, this is sick, man." I'm like, "Okay, cool. Let's
if
just,
they
let's,
like it, that's your job as a
yeah,
producer. That's your job is to give them what they are looking for. It's
mm,
all about what the client wants.
exactly."
So yeah. But that was yeah. I think I was really excited, but that when Crypt first hit me up because I knew exactly who he was and I was watching his videos and reacting to. Oh, I think I reacted to that Unforgivable song that he was
Mm-hmm.
on. I think that was the only thing I reacted to by him at the time. But yeah, I don't know. It was just I basically got in a business mindset as soon as
Mm,
he texted me. So I didn't really have time to celebrate because there was nothing to celebrate
yeah.
at that time.
You guys are pretty close though, right? You do a podcast together. You've
Yeah,
got
now I could say we're friends, and it takes a lot for me to say that I'm friends with somebody. But yeah,
hmm
we're definitely
you got a,
friends.
you got a podcast, did an album together. You've done 3 YouTube ciphers. You guys must be pretty tight now.
Yeah, no, we yeah, I don't know what else to say. I'm really grateful that he enjoys working with me.
Hmm
Um, because I think I'm like really small compared to what he's accomplished. But I don't know. I think it's the work ethic. I think the fact that I could keep up with his work ethic
hmm
is what makes me be able to like stay on pace with what he's doing and has him put his trust in me. Like if he
Yeah,
knows he can hit me up and say, "Yo, can you mix this song for me?" and he'll know he'll get it back within 48 hours or less.
yeah,
So
yeah. Nice.
yeah.
Is number 4 coming soon? Cipher 4, or is that
No,
we'll give it a break, or is that one of those
yeah, there's
maybe?
like, gonna be a break for a
Yeah,
while for that for sure. That's all on Crypt, yo. All I do when it comes to that is I make the beat and I mix the song.
yeah.
And the mixing the song is hell on earth, but it's compared to what he does, it's really nothing.
What's your go-to vocal mixing plugins?
Um, let me tell you I'll tell you my vocal chain right now.
Right. Okay.
It's usually a de-esser to start off, and then I follow it up with a EQ, where I remove, and this is probably not that necessary, but it's just a little detail for me that I like to do. I remove all the low end out of the EQ, like all the unnecessary bass harmonics in there, and I just rise up like the high mids a little bit because that's where like the texture, at least in my voice, mainly is. Most
hmm
rappers' voices is right around there. And then I put on an SSL EQ,
hmm
and I add a little bit of compression, take out maybe even a little bit more low end, a little bit because it's a little bit less dramatic of a low end cut on that plugin. Put some brightness on the vocals there,
hmm
and then the main compressor I use, which I think I might change soon, is the Bomb Factory compressor. Um, it's not very popular, but I know a recorded studio I used to intern at. The engineer there, Vic, it was at Horizon Studios in West Haven, Connecticut. So shouts to Vic. He always used that compressor. So that's what I started using. And then the last thing I put on is my favorite thing is the Chris Lord, Chris Lord, the CLA plugins. Yeah, the unplugged one is what I use. And I use one of the compressor settings because it has 3 compressor settings. And then I add my reverb on through that and everything like that. I'm actually a really lazy engineer, to be completely honest. But because I don't bust out my reverb channels
Well, you don't always
separately
need to. You
or
don't always need
delay.
to.
That's how I look at it. Like I don't really see the need to. So yeah, that's pretty much what I use for my vocal
Nice,
chain.
nice. Yeah, mine's pretty similar, just different brands of plugins or whatever. I use
Yeah.
Logic. I don't really mix with any Logic plugins anymore, but I used to. But you should check out the Slate Digital plugins because they're analog emulated and they just sound sick. Like
Yeah.
they are incredible. I really like them.
I was gonna actually invest in some more plugins pretty soon because I've actually been recording on this other computer to my other side here, and it's very old. It's 2009 iMac, and it's just I don't know. I'm starting to worry about it, so I need to transition it over to this other computer here. And when I do that, I have to update all my plugins and stuff. So I'd rather just buy the plugins that I want to use. But now I know what plugins I like to use, so I could just buy ones that I like and not
I
worry
made the
about
fatal
that.
mistake of updating to Catalina on my Mac, and
Yep.
oh, dude, it heats up.
Yep.
It's slow. I'm like saying to the missus, "Oh, I need to buy a new laptop." She's like, "Why? You only
Yeah.
bought it like 3 years ago." I'm like,
Yeah.
"Catalina, stupid
Yeah.
Catalina."
I kind of want to just buy a whole new computer altogether, but
Yeah,
just for the recording. But I don't know.
nice. I remember seeing that one of your channel was in jeopardy about the reactions you're doing.
Yeah.
What was that like? Were you like anxious or anything? Like, because you could have lost the whole thing.
No, because I knew what I could do to prevent it from happening. Just stop running ads on videos that had copyright claims on them, basically. So basically, I just had to make original content for a while. Or the way that YouTube works for reaction videos is you put out a song or you put out a video, a reaction video, and then like say I'm reacting to an Eminem song, then Eminem's publishing company for that song hits me back and says, "Hey, that's our song, so we're gonna take the ad money for that song." And then if I could be like, "No, I want the ad revenue for that song, so let me fill out this form to see what they say to that," and of course they're gonna say, "No, like we said, we're getting the ads revenue for that song." And then if I go, "No, screw you, like I said, I'm getting the ad revenue for the song," and then at that point they could be like, "All right, now you're gonna get a copyright strike for this." So that's how you get a copyright strike. But I got 2 of those, and then I was like, "All right, I'm just gonna stop fighting it." Like if they don't go for it the first time, you could always fight it one time. So I fought it one time.
Yeah, I
Going
saw,
forward.
I saw No Life Shack like hit up Hospin and say, "Can you like clear this copyright claims?" And he was like, "Yeah, man, absolutely."
Yeah, hey, Dax does that for me sometimes when I react to his stuff. So I mean, if you have those connects, then yeah, some will do it, and I think it's smarter for artists to do it if a reactor requests it, just because it's
Exposure.
yeah, you're gonna get more exposure, and it's usually positive exposure too, because not many reactors like crack down on these artists like, I don't really like this song that much and stuff. Like most reactors are genuinely positive, so it's usually good promotion for artists. So yeah.
Nice. Now, so we're nearly at the end. So thanks for coming on.
Yeah, no doubt.
So you've got some new tracks coming out. Where are people able to check you out? I know we've been talking about YouTube a lot, but where else are you
The
on?
main focus is Spotify. Spotify is where I want to like really excel. And that's just Joey Nato on Spotify, Joey Nato. You can probably see it in the title down here, I'm guessing. I
It
don't
will
know.
be.
Yeah. Okay.
It will be.
So
Don't worry.
Yeah. Yeah, Spotify is just the main thing. If you don't got Spotify, I'm on Apple Music, SoundCloud for anybody that doesn't have any of those streaming services. Just anywhere you could possibly listen to music, I'm there. And my next goal with music is really just putting out as much music as possible, because I'm doing this experiment lately where I've been trying to see if I can make songs within the hour, and I've been able to do it this past year doing that.
Nice.
So I'm gonna try to just really start doing that more and more, so I could just oversaturate the market, basically.
Good. The more stuff you have out there, the more chance you're going to get more people listening.
Yeah, that's how I look at it. So
and
I need to really.
Sorry, and if you've got like one song out, you're a one-hit wonder, people are going to be like, yeah, great song. But if people come to your Spotify, they're like, oh, this dude's got loads of songs, I'm going to listen to them all. Then you've got even more listening time. Then you've got better fans. Then more money in the bank at the end of the day when they've been listening. So,
yeah, I mean, I look at it as just ways to connect with the fans more too. Like they'll feel more connected to you if you're more involved in their life more often. So that's what more music could do in that. I have a lot to say. A lot has happened in the last 29 years. So I got a lot to talk about.
Looking forward to hearing it. But what would you say your dream features if you was to have on your next records?
Meek Mill. And just Meek Mill, man.
Yeah.
I always say like all these different artists, but I always put Meek Mill in there.
Yeah.
And it's Meek Mill, yo. That dude motivates the hell out of me. And he probably wouldn't care to do a song with me, but that would mean like everything to me if he did a song with me.
Well, you never know, man. You never know that,
you don't.
that day might happen. Like, did Dax No Live Chat think Eminem would reply to him? Hell no.
Yeah.
But
I mean, it's just a tweet, but as opposed to doing a whole song. But
I
get what you're saying. Yeah,
He'll take it.
I would have. Oh hell yeah! I would have never thought any of my wildest dreams, because that dude just. For a while I was starting to wonder if Eminem really existed. Like it seems like he doesn't exist, because he's just like.
Yeah.
I never hear of him being at any public place like ever. So it's like that was amazing.
All right, one last question. It's controversial. What is the best verse or 16 bars on out of any of the 3 YouTube ciphers? And it can't be you or Crypt. Got to be someone else.
I don't think it was either me or him anyway. So, all right, this might take a while to answer actually, because I know for a fact. Well, all right, you said the best bars.
Yeah, bars. That encompasses like flow, lyricism. That just
just the best verse, just overall best verse.
Yeah. Let's just go
that. Man, YouTube Cypher 2. Lex Bratcher's was pretty insane, but I liked Mac Lethal's, I think, a little bit more because of his flow. YouTube Cypher 3. I guess, and I'm not a Mac Lethal fan per se. I don't like hate him or anything or dislike him. I just don't really listen to a lot of his music too much. But I think he had the best verse on Cypher 2.
Nice.
I think I gotta go with him. Who is it for you?
I don't know the guy's name, but he's the first. I liked the first guy on YouTube Cypher 2. I can't remember his name.
Luke Gone.
But he was like, what's his name? He was like, Crypt called me, and I was like,
yeah. I can do flippity hibbity.
I just liked that one. It was just sick.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah. Anyway,
that verse is good. Yeah, for sure.
That was definitely good. But I'm looking forward to more reactions on your channel, more original songs, features, all sorts of good stuff. So thanks for coming on the episode, man. Really appreciate it. Hopefully people have took a look into your life that is just behind the YouTube facade, because you can't always go into your life and things like that when you're making a YouTube video. So I hope people have enjoyed it, and I hope your fans really enjoy listening to it as well.
I'm gonna share it. I'm gonna share this when it comes out, man. So I'm excited for them to watch.
Thank you for listening to the Beats and Bars podcast. I'm your host, Battle Beats. See you next week.